Have you ever had like a big vision for something that you wanted to create and then you hit a snag and then began to just rethink the entire vision? Honey, that was me today. I had this vision. It's a big vision, a big goal, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And I'm in the process of getting the things together. I'm excited. I've been excited. And then I hit a snag. What I thought I was going to be able to do, I was not actually going to be able to do easily, easily. And so then I began to just question everything that I was doing. Like I thought that I had a business model problem, but really I was being activated by the pressure I think that I was feeling. The issue that I was facing was my capacity to hold the vision when it stopped being easy. And here's the thing. I went around in a whole I went around a whole circle with this just to come back to the conclusion that my original vision, yes, it made complete sense. What I wanted to do made complete logical sense when you laid it all out. When I realized that the automation that I wanted to do wasn't available to me at this time, I wobbled. And then my brain immediately, right, as it does, jumped into this mode of trying to just recreate the entire model instead of just very simply problem solving the very minor issue that I was having. I made one little inconvenience mean that the whole thing was wrong. And I started trying to solve for like perfect instead of workable. Does it still work? If okay, I want to do it like this, but if I can't, does it still work? And I let the pressure that I was feeling distort something that actually made sense. Sometimes the real test is whether you still believe in the vision when it requires more of you. And that's exactly what I was faced with. And it came down to one very simple question. If you had to ride it out and give this time to breathe, to incubate, are you willing to do that? And I said, all in bit. I am all in on this. I do not care how long it has to take. And maybe that's the question that you need to take the time to ask yourself sometimes when you feel the same way. When you are doing a thing, you're working on a thing, and you hit a snag, you hit a roadblock, like all of a sudden it's not going the way that you wanted. The way that you thought you were going to be able to do it is not the way that you are going to be able to do it. And instead of burning it down to the ground, you ask yourself, you know what? Okay, this might take more time than I thought. This might look a little different than I thought. Am I still willing to ride with this 10 toes down? Or do I actually need to pivot? Do I actually need to change what it is that I'm doing? Was my heart actually in it the way that I thought that it was when I had the plan perfectly laid out and the pathway perfectly laid out? And I also want you to check your external environment. Has anything changed? Has anything shifted? Is there anything going on in your personal life that, is stressing you out, but you're trying not to let it? For me, we brought in a new dog yesterday, and he's a sweet dog. He really is a sweet dog, but it's not working out. It's not working out. I have a giant ass pile of pee under my desk right now, right now. And I'm scared to even look to see if he peed on all of my electronics. We'll deal with that when I'm done recording. But nonetheless, that has just been something that has um, it's been a shock to my nervous system a bit, right? And even though I have done my best today to try not to let it affect me, at the end of the day, it did. Here, it did. I was not able to be as clear mentally as I maybe usually would be. And so, one, we always give grace. I give grace to the dog. I give grace to myself, right? And at the end of the day, even with this micro spiral that I have, and I feel like I have a crash out like every week at this point, but that's just my process, right? And being able to maybe find something within that spiral, within that crash out, that I can use, that can benefit me still, that I wouldn't have thought about before. The spiral and the crash out is not always a bad thing. It's only bad if we make it bad. It's not inherently good or bad. That there can still be little nuggets of gold that we can find in these situations. And you have to take the time to train yourself to think like that and to have that level of awareness of like, okay, you know what? But this is happening. There's gold somewhere in here. There's gold somewhere. And we're going to get to the other side of it. Especially those of you who have like your emotional waves, get to the end and like get to the end of that and just be like, okay, where are the golden nuggets in here? Because I know, because we are all infinitely wise if we allow ourselves to be. And so, my love, just like I have for the past few days, I want you to come into the magnetic visibility circle premium, and go tap into the Brain Magic Mastery private podcast. I want you to start going through and listening to the hypnosis audios. I'm telling you, they are so juicy, so delicious. They're going to help you shift so much. Everybody who listens to my audios absolutely loves them. Even the other day, I sat down and I listened to two of them and just like fell asleep on the couch. It woke up 30 minutes later, just feeling like a brand new person, just ready to like take on the day, honey. So I will see you inside of the community.